Hi, I'm Dan Boehne with Infinity Surfboards, and we're going to talk about the Interstate 69. So this is Albee Layer's new model. I guess it was sort of introduced when we did the double alley-oop. It looks quite a bit different than what we've been doing, but it really isn't a whole lot different. And so this is built off of his other model that we've been doing, which is sort of a step-down airboard. And he came up with this idea, so this was actually all him. He sat down at the computer, and basically he wanted to take his normal 510, which is a really short, high volume board that he's been using to do airs, and he just wanted to cut the nose off and sort of round it off. Other than that, it's the same exact board, and so it's got a deep concave. It carries a lot of volume through the nose and the tail, so when you build it, it's real symmetrical. So we ended up doing a mirrored outline, so the nose is the same as the tail. Part of that was just to regain the volume that we lost from cutting it off. Compared to his normal airboard, we took the hip out, and the grab rails were just for fun. So he wanted to do nose grabs, so we figured we just add a grab rail and carry it around the front. Other than that, it's pretty much just like his other board. It just has a shorter nose, and he swears it helps with the rotation, so it makes a really good airboard. This one's in varial. For his boards, it's really important to be really light. Turns out he's a pretty big guy and does really big airs, and he goes through boards pretty quickly, so it's neat to have something like varial. These are quite a bit stronger, and we can make them super light at the same time. This board really is sort of an air-specific board. He got it really just with the idea of doing airs and making rotations easier. Even though it's small, so he rides this one at 5'7.5", and he's about 6'2". So I guess just for reference, a normal shortboard he might ride a 6'0". And we have these shorter airboard versions where he rides them as 5'10s, and these are 5'7", 5'7.5". And he'll ride them in up to overhead waves. So it's not, even though it's short and kind of wide, it's not any wider in the center, it's just wider in the nose. The tail's exactly the same as his normal airboard. But it's not specifically a grovel board. It's still got a lot of rocker, and he'll ride it in overhead waves still too.